Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 42. Good evening, baseball fans. Welcome to Ironman Field for tonight's edition of O'Donoghue's Thursday Night Baseball. As your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen and their 4-8 record are taking on the 4-4 Fredericton Royals. As Chatham kicks off their week of 3 games with a beautiful evening here for baseball. I'd hate to say it's a little on the hot side, but one thing that we hope stays hot are the Ironman bats, which we will talk about here in the bottom of the first inning. On the hill tonight for the Ironman is Mike McKay. McKay making his 5th appearance of the season, 18 and 2/3 innings so far. He is 0-3 with a 4.88 ERA. Has faced the Royals once on Baseball Hill in Fredericton. The Royals took that game 2-1. Take a look at the defense behind McKay here. Left to right in the outfield, Jake Cook, Zach Goss, and Tyrell Hebert. At third base is Tyler McKay. Shortstop is importer Dylan Lester. At second is Adam Wenzel. Nick Leggett's over at first, and Jeff Watkin is behind the plate. Here's the lineup for the Fredericton Royals tonight. Leading off, the third baseman, Zach O'Hara. Craig Oliver, the second baseman, is batting second. Dan Bertrand, the right fielder, is batting third. Adam Esty, the shortstop's batting 4th. Josh Dennis, the first baseman, batting 5th. Corey Willett, the DH, batting 6th. Matt Munn, the left fielder, batting 7th. Nick Hoyt, the catcher, batting 8th. And Thomas Hoyt, the center fielder, batting 9th. The starter for the Royals tonight is Matt McGregor. We'll have more information on him in a half inning. As we're set to go, as McKay has finished his warm-ups. Again, a very crucial game here for the Ironmen, sitting in the basement of the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League. They also have the most games played, but the Royals, sitting in second at 4-4, are losers of 3 straight. Ironmen come in here with some momentum. Last time they played was a week ago tonight with a walk-off victory over the Moncton Fisher Cats. St. John will be here on Saturday for a doubleheader. Hope everybody's having a good night out there in Facebook and YouTube land. And here we go. The first pitch from Mike McKay is laced into left field. Jay Cook is back, and he's not able to make the play. Here comes the throw to second, and that's going to be way up the line. So that's going to be a first pitch leadoff double for O'Hara. And just like that, the Royals have a runner at second here, 1 pitch into the ballgame. Cook, running to his glove side, made a little bit of a leap, but unfortunately was unable to pull it down. He did knock it down, though, which gave him an opportunity to make a play at second, but the throw was up the line, or towards the first base side of the bag, unable to make a play. So that'll bring in Craig Oliver, now the second baseman for the Royals. And that is outside for a ball. Oliver on the season hitting .269 so far, 7 for 26 last year. Led the Royals with a .398 batting average. Here comes the 1-0. And that is laced to left field as well, and that is back. Cook is back. That's going to be off the wall. And this is going to be another close play and another throw to the right field side of second. So back-to-back doubles, and just like that, the Royals have a 1-0 lead. 2 very hard hit balls against McKay here to start the ball game. Both to deep left field. So that'll bring in Dan Bertrand, leading the Royals with a .391 average so far for the 2023 season. Your umpires for this evening, down the third base line is Jason Dunnett. The first base line is Brian Cummings. And behind the plate is Miles Brito. That was a curveball in the dirt for ball 1 to Bertrand. McKay comes set, look out towards second, and here it comes. That is laced into left field as well. Cook's going to have to play that on a hop. Runner's going to hold at third. So that'll be a 3rd consecutive hit to left field for the Royals to start this ball game. And it'll be runners at the corners here with nobody out. This is not the trend you wanted to see if you're the Chatham Ironmen. Coming in here, well rested after a week off. And 3 very hard hit balls to left field to start this ball game. That's going to bring up Adam Esty. 7 for 27 on the season for a .259 batting average. First pitch to him is in the dirt. The block by Watkin, but that'll be enough to move the runner up to second. So Bertrand takes second on a wild pitch. And just like that, we have runners at second and third. Still nobody out here in the top of the first inning. And a 1-0 count to the cleanup hitter, Esty. Esty does have 3 doubles on the season, 3 RBIs, 6 stolen bases as well. That is outside for a ball. Don't have it right in front of me, but I do believe 6 stolen bases is the current leader in the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League. The count here is 2-0. And that is in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, the Royals here, or the Ironmen here with a doubleheader on Saturday. So you have to think arm management pitch count is going to be a concern as they try to save up for the Alpines. So we will see We will see how this night unfurls. 3-1 now to Esty from McKay. McKay comes set. Here comes the pitch. That is fouled off at the plate. Raining in Fredericton. Wow. I tell you what, the last half hour, 45 minutes, it has become a little bit overcast, which I'll admit has been nice because it is easily 37 degrees in the press box and very little breeze. But it has gotten overcast here in the last half hour, 45 minutes. So nobody out here in the top of the first. It's a full count to the cleanup hitter, Adam Esty. McKay comes set. He's got the sign from Watkin. And that is in the dirt for ball 4. And that's going to get away, and Watkin can't find it, and that's going to score a run. So it's a walk to Esty, and the run scores on the wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the inning by McKay so far. Comes Josh Dennis, now the first baseman. Runners at the corners here. Still nobody out in the top of the first, and that is a ball. A little high for ball 1. McKay looking for a ground ball or something here. And he's going to throw over to first just to have a look. That is low for a ball. That's throw down the line. And oh, wow. A snap throw down to third in the dirt. Scooped up by third baseman Tyler McKay, and I think he thought he had him. That's an unenviable position if you're third base umpire Jason Dunnett, because positionally you're in the middle, as you can see on the screen, just to the left of the pitcher's mound, just to the third base side. That's a very, very tough call. And in that situation, Dunnett is exactly where he's supposed to be. It's just one of those things with the three-man system. It's tough positioning-wise. There goes the runner from first, and they're going to let him have it. So that'll move runners up now to second and third, and it's 3-0. So 3-0 here to Dennis. And that is in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Folks, I'll apologize in advance. For those of you who were here last Thursday night, I was suffering a bit of a throat ailment. Probably going to be, there may be a couple second periods of quiet tonight while I hydrate. As it is both hot and I still have a bit of a sore throat. That's in there for strike 2. So another full count now here. As McKay is running full to Dennis. And that is ball 4. So another walk. So 5 batters in. The Royals double, single, walk. And that's going to bring Terry Leggett out of the dugout. 5 batters in, no outs recorded. And that's going to bring a visit from the pitching coach here before facing the designated hitter, Corey Willett. So Leggett heads back to the dugout. I'm sure the message there was pretty simple. Settle down, let's get some outs, and let's get our bats going. The Ironmen have been one of the better offensive teams in the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League so far this season, boasting 3 of the top 5 hitters in average. So need something to happen here. Looks like the Ironmen are going to play in at the corners, or at least even at the corners, to Willett. Here's the first pitch, and that is outside for a ball. Watching from Fort McMurray. Thanks for tuning in, Rob. I hope everybody out there is having a great Thursday, wherever you may be tuning in from tonight. 2-0 Royals. Bases loaded, nobody out. And that is outside for a ball. That looked handy. So McKay comes set here. It's 2-0. That is outside for 3-0. And if you're the Ironman, you have to be considering maybe getting somebody up here. So 3-0 to the designated hitter, Willette. Nowhere to put him. And that is in there for a strike, 3-1. Still got to come with a strike here, 3-1. And that is a grounder to second. Pulls him towards the first base bag, and they're only going to get one. So that'll be a 4-3 RBI ground out, and that'll make it 3-0. Wenzel's only play there was going to be to first base. He was shaded a little bit up the middle. That ball was pulling him towards first anyway. Kind of took a hop up on him. He got his body in front of him, made a nice play, but his only play was ever going to be to first base. So we're second and third now with one out, and that brings up the left fielder, Matt Munn. And that is in there for a strike. Munn on the season is 3 for 17. Good enough for a 176. Couple RBIs to his credit as well. That is hit back up the middle, and that's going to be at least one run. They're going to hold the second runner at third. So that will be an RBI single for Munn. And it's 4-0 as Esty comes in to score. Dennis moves up to third on the play. And that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Nick Hoyt, hitting .263 on the season so far. That is inside for a ball. Runners at first and third, still only one out here in the top of the first inning. Royals have 4 on the board thus far. Threatening for more here. The bottom of the order for the Royals at the plate. That is into left field. That's going to be a base hit. So that is going to score one. Munn will hold at second. And it's 5-0. And that's going to be it for McKay. Kevin Bowes is out of the dugout. That's the second visit of the inning, so that's going to be it for Mike McKay. He's not going to get out of the first inning. So McKay will leave here after a third of an inning. He has allowed 5 runs and will be responsible for runners at first and second. And we'll be back in just a second here on O'Donoghue's Thursday Night Ironman Baseball. 5-0 Royals in the top of the first. So the Ironmen having to dip into the pen early here in the form of Zach Goss, who will make his 7th appearance of the season. Has tallied 12 innings so far, has given up 16 hits, 7 strikeouts, 8 walks, and is 2-1 with a 6.42 ERA on the season so far. And he will be needed to work out of a jam as the Royals jump all over Mike McKay here in the top of the first. Let's recap. Double, single, walk, an RBI ground out, RBI single, and another single. So Goss will inherit runners at first and second. Matt Munn is at second. Nick Hoyt at first. And it's 5-0 Royals. And that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter as the Royals bat around here in the top of the first inning. And it's the center fielder, Thomas Hoyt. Straight swap. The center fielder, Goss, into pitch. Mike McKay will replace him in center field. And here we go. As Goss is in here, into a bit of a jam. And that is in there for a strike. So Goss getting ahead here early. And that is high for a ball. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike is the count here. The Royals out to a 5-0 lead here early. That is high and away for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Goss would love a ground ball. That is in the dirt. That'll be 3-1. And I'll tell you, it is hot out there at field level. Very little breeze. Again, a little bit of a benefit lately as the sun has gone behind some clouds. A little overcast at the moment, but it is hot and humid. And this is a long inning in the field for the Ironmen, and that is inside for ball 4. So that is a walk, and the Royals will turn it back over to the top of the order. So that'll bring up O'Hara. Doubled and scored to lead off the game for the Royals, as they have spotted their starter, Matt McGregor, a 5-run lead at the moment. And bases loaded here with 1 out. Ironman playing in at the corners. That is in there for a strike. And that is a swing and a miss for strike 2. Before the game, the Ironmen honored the U11 Minor Twins organization here in their beautiful powder blue shirts. And that's a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. So that'll be a strikeout and the second out of the inning here. A desperately needed second out. So that'll bring up Oliver. Oliver with a double. His first time up. RBI scored as well. Bases loaded, 2 out here, top of the first. And a swing and a miss there for strike 1. So 0-1's the count to Oliver. And that's on the outside corner for strike 2. So Goss ahead here now 0-2, trying to get out of this first inning. So the 0-2. Just outside. Goss trying to get him to chase there. Runs the count to 1-2. So 1-2, 2 out here. Bases loaded in the top of the first. Royals trying to add on. And that is called a foul ball. So I think the home plate umpire, Miles Brito, called that a foul ball, thinking it was off of the knob of the bat. And now they're going to confer here because I think Oliver said it went off of his arm pad. Okay, and they're gonna so after a little conference here, they're gonna call that a hit by pitch, which I think it was anyway. And it's hard because based on the sound, you could have said it went either way. Could have been the bat, could have been the arm pad, but kudos to the umpires there for getting together, chatting about it. So it's a hit by pitch, and that makes it 6-0. That is outside for ball one. 1-0 is the count here. And that is high for a ball. Bertrand singled and scored on advanced. He scored a single and scored his first time. He had advanced on a wild pitch there as well. And that is high, ball 3. And nowhere to put him here with the bases loaded and 2 out in the top of the first. And run the count to 3-0. And that is in there for a strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike here to the Royals' number 3 hitter, Bertrand. That is fouled back, so that'll run the count full. So full count, 2 out here. Goss has the sign and comes set. And that is hit deep to right field, but that's going to be foul. So we're back in here full count. And it is 11-0 Royals, and we're still in the top of the first inning. I don't think I have to. I think it stayed connected for both of them. Yep. We apologize for a couple of the stream quality issues, folks. It is very hot up here in the press box, so some of our gear is taking a bit of a beating. And also taking a beating right now is the Chatham Ironmen. It is still the top of the first inning, and it is 11-0 after a grand slam by Dan Bertrand and a home run by Adam Esty. This will be the 14th hitter of the first inning for the Royals. And that is high and deep to right field. But Hebert has a run for it, and he's going to make the play. So let's have a recap. 11 runs on 7 hits here in the top of the first. A couple of home runs, one of them a grand slam. Half inning in the books here at Ironman Field. It is the Royals 11. The Ironmen still to come to the plate. Hope you're having a great Thursday wherever you're watching. Here on O'Donoghue's Thursday Night Baseball, live from beautiful Ironman Field here on the Miramichi. So as we go to the bottom of the first, let's take a look at the lineup for the Chatham Ironmen that's going to be responsible for chipping away at this 11-0 deficit. Leading off, the center fielder, now pitcher, Zach Goss. Mike McKay's batting second. Jeff Watkin in the 3. Nick Leggett and Tyler McKay, the 4 or 5 combo tonight. Jake Cook, the left fielder, is batting 6th. Dylan Lester, the shortstop, batting 7th. Tyrell Hebert batting 8th. And Adam Wenzel, the junior affiliate, batting 9th. And they're facing off against Royal starter Matt McGregor, making his 5th appearance of the season, has 11 innings under his belt, has 10 hits and 10 strikeouts, 4 walks, is 1-1 with 1 save and a 5.73 ERA. Well, you know the old saying, you can't get them back all at once. The Ironmen have 21 outs to play with here to try to erase an 11-run deficit. As the Royals, oh baby, did they ever explode in the top of the first inning. As that one goes down to second, we're going to get going here in the bottom of the first. And that's going to bring up the Ironman leadoff hitter, Zach Goss. Goss hitting .314 on the season, is 11 for 35, has a couple of doubles, has been hit by pitch 4 times. The Ironman as a team, 21 hit by pitch so far on the season. Again, the Ironmen get on base any way they can. They walk, they take bean balls, they bunt when they need to. And that is of all. And now they're going to need every bit of that gusto now to try and chip away at this deficit that they face here after half inning. So here comes the 1-0 from McGregor. And that is ball 2. Both of those a little down, I believe, is the call. So 2-0 to Goss. McGregor comes set. Big deep breath. Here he comes. And he's going to bunt that down the first baseline. That's going to be trouble. And I think he missed him the first time. Goss unable to touch the base. So that's going to be a 3 unassisted. As he tried to surprise him with a little bit of a drag bunt there on a 2-0 count. But Josh Dennis able to track it down and make the play. So that'll bring up Mike McKay. That's outside for a ball. McKay, the current leader in the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League with a .517 batting average. Followed closely by a man we'll see here in a couple of hitters. McKay is 15 for 29. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Has a couple doubles, couple triples, a homer, 4 RBIs. Also has 4 steals, 5 walks, and 7 hit by pitch. And that is bounded to third. That's going to be a tough play. A nice pickup and a nice throw across the diamond. Nice little play there by O'Hara. And that is a 5-3 for out number 2. Made a nice little backhand pickup going towards the bag. And a strong throw across the diamond to get the speedy McKay. That'll bring up Jeff Watkin, who showed signs of busting out here last week. Hit a hard hit ball to third. Hit a home run as well. Had a bunt single to set up Nick Leggett's walk-off RBI single in the 7th as well. And that is a ball. So Watkin now up to .258 batting average on the season as he finds himself 8 for 31. And that's in there for a strike. Watkin as well also leads the league with 12 walks. And that is in the dirt, so that'll run it 2-1. Ironman love to get some base runners here. So McGregor's set now for the 2-1. And that is inside for a ball, 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike here to the dangerous Watkin. The bottom of the first, 2 out. And that is hit high in the air to center field. Hoyt's underneath it. And wait now. That is being called catcher's interference, and Watkin will be awarded first base. I thought I heard the home plate umpire, Miles Brito, say something as Watkin was leaving the box. So there was some contact there between Watkins' bat and the catcher. So that goes down as an E2 for the interference. And the inning will continue for Nick Leggett, who comes in hitting .514 with a New Brunswick Senior Baseball League leading 16 runs batted in. That is way outside for ball one. Yeah, Watkins took a mighty swing there. He managed to hit it to the middle of center field despite catcher's interference. So he's awarded first base. That is in there for a strike, 1-1. So Leggett trying to keep the bottom of the first going here. Watkins over at first after the catcher's interference. That's inside, 2-1. And that is down. Run at 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike now. With a runner at first, Leggett be looking for something to hit here. McGregor with a long pause, as if Watkins going to be going somewhere down 11 runs with 2 out. But that is a walk. So that'll move Watkin up to second and Leggett over to first. So that'll bring up Tyler McKay off to a dandy start to the season as well. 5th in the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League with a .429 batting average. Homer and 6 RBIs across his 12 hits so far, as a double mixed in there as well. He's going to bat here with 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the first. That is way outside for ball 1. So McKay's ahead in the count now, 1-0. As McGregor battling. And again, if you're the Ironman here, you want to chip away. Get a couple here, couple there, couple here. Put up some zeros out in the field. You don't have to get 11 back all at once, but you got to get some here and some there. And they have a chance here. 2 on, 2 out. And McKay in a 1-1 count here after that foul ball. And that is high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a big swing and a miss. So big swing there by McKay, and that's going to run it to 2-2. So all set now. Here comes the 2-2. That is fouled off at the plate. So McKay staying alive at the plate here. It's 2-2. 2 out, 2 on. And that is in there for strike 3. So the Ironmen don't get any. They strand a couple on here in the bottom of the first. So after an inning here at Ironman Field, it's the Fredericton Royals 11 and your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen, no score. We'd like to thank our sponsors of the stream, O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. Come on down and meet the new owners, Carol and Jamie McDonald, and try some pub favorites. Our famous crispy beer-battered haddock fish and chips is served with our signature house-made tartar sauce, lemon wedge, and some slaw. Open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Tuesday to Saturday, and now open on Sundays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. O'Donoghue's, welcome to your pub. So here we go to the top of the second inning after the Royals put up an 11 spot in the first. The Royals will send, let me flip my book over, Willett, Munn, and Hoyt, Nick Hoyt, to the dish here. What do we got going on here? I think maybe we're concerned about Goss's health here. I think Coach Kevin Bowes consulting with home plate umpire Miles Brito first prior to going out to make sure that it's injury related. And I think Zach Goss is going to come out of this ball game here. Yeah, I think he came out and warmed up and maybe something just not right. And Zach Goss is going to leave this game. And Jake Dignam's going to come in and warm up here. So let's recap what's happened so far because we're 40 minutes into this ball game and it's the top of the second inning. The Fredericton Royals scored 11 runs in the top of the first, chasing Ironman starter Mike McKay. Zach Goss came in, cleaned it up to the best of his ability, allowed a couple of home runs in there. Came out to warm up here for the top of the second. Something wasn't quite right. Ironman coach Kevin Bowes came out and made the call, and now Jake Dignam is into the game, and due to a injury substitution, will get as many pitches as he needs to warm up. This will be Dignam's fourth appearance of the season. Across his three previous, he has combined for 1 2/3 innings, has no strikeouts, 5 walks, 6 runs, and a 25.2 ERA. He's going to try to hold it down here as the Ironmen find themselves down 11-0. Again, we mentioned it earlier with the Alpines here for a doubleheader on Saturday. Ironmen trying to manage their arms, knowing that in less than 48 hours they have to get through 2 ball games against one of the teams they are fighting with currently in the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League standings. So we know we're probably going to see import Dylan Lester in one of those games. You're probably trying to save Watkin. And anything else you can cobble together. I think that's probably part of the reason why the precaution to take Zach Goss out here, even maybe if something wasn't really, really wrong with him. With the heat the way it is, it's easy to get a cramp or a strain. And I'll tell you what a birthday present this is for Jake Dignam. Going to be celebrating his birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to the originator of the Digger Cam. And Digger's ready to go here. So he's going to face the DH Corey Willett. Had an RBI ground out to second base his first time. And here comes the first pitch from Dignam. That is high and away for a ball. So here we go. Just need Dignam in to throw some strikes here. That is high for ball, too. That is high and away for ball 3. Dignam pressed into duty here, having a hard time finding the strike zone to Willett. And the 3-0. That is inside for ball 4. So that is a 4-pitch walk. So that'll bring Matt Munn to the dish. Had an RBI single, scored a run his first time. So here's Digger now set. That is up and into Munn for a ball. Dignam getting some words of encouragement from his catcher, Watkin, just telling him to settle down a little bit. Just have a catch out there. That's in there for a strike. So 1-1's the count here. And that is high and in for ball 2. So 2-1 is the count here. That is up and in again. So 3-1's the count here to Munn. And that is in there for ball 4. Look good from up here in an 11-0 ball game, but I'm not the one calling balls and strikes. So that's back-to-back walks. So 2 walks here to start off Dignam's appearance. And that's going to bring up Nick Hoyt. Singled and scored his first time. That is high for a ball. It's 1-0. That is inside for a ball 2. So 2-0 the count here to the Royals number 8 hitter. That's ball 3. Inside. 3-0 is the count here. And that is ball 4. So 3 consecutive walks from Dignam here to start the game. So that'll bring up the Royals number 9 hitter, Tom Hoyt. And that is high. Watkin having to make a bit of a jump there from Watkin to pull that one down. Base is loaded here. And it's 2-0 now to Hoyt. And that's going to be outside for 3-0. And that is ball 4. And that'll walk in and run. And looks like that's going to do it for Dignam. As Kevin Bowes back on his way to the pitching mound again. After Dignam walks all 4 hitters that he faces. And the Royals are now up 12-0. And it looks like they're going to go to the catcher here, Jeff Watkin, as Jaden Humphreys has jumped out of the dugout fully geared. So we'll be back in a second as we're going to have Jeff Watkin coming out to warm up. 12-0 here in the top of the second on O'Donoghue's Thursday Night Ironman Baseball. So Jeff Watkin is in here in relief. As the Ironmen are down 12-0, he's going to inherit the bases loaded. This will be Watkins' 5th appearance of the season. Has a 7.18 ERA across 12 2/3 innings so far this season. Nobody out here in the top of the second. So Watkin into the game to pitch. And junior affiliate Jaden Humphreys is going to take over behind the plate. We'd like to thank our stream sponsor, O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. Big supporter of not only the Chatham Miramichi Honda Senior Ironman, but also the Chatham Junior Ironman Ball Club. We'd also like to thank Elitecast Media for providing the technology to bring you this stream tonight, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. So we're back to the top of the order here. Zach O'Hara is going to bat for the 3rd time in 2 innings. Has a double, a run scored, and a strikeout. Bases loaded, nobody out here. And that is a ball. We had 4 walks here in the inning so far, 1 run across as a result. That is high and away for ball 2. No problem, Jamie. You're very welcome. We do what we can to bring you the ball club here. Still lots of game to go here. But Watkin has come into the game and has run it 3-0. Got to find the strike zone. Got to find it right here. That is in there for a strike, 3-1. Folks, again, we are experiencing a bit of heat-related issue with some of our technology up here. So if there is a couple of quality drops to the stream, that would be why. It is sweltering up here in the press box. That's in there for strike 2, so that's going to run it full. But don't worry, if it does go out for a second, just hang by her. We'll be right back. We're doing our best to mitigate it as much as we can here. Here comes the full count pitch. And that is called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. O'Hara is down on strikes for the second time. That's the first out here in the top of the second inning. All right, so that's going to turn it over to Oliver now. Has a double, was hit by a pitch, couple RBIs, and a run scored so far. That's in the dirt for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 from Watkin. That is bounded down the third baseline, foul. 1-1 the count here from Watkin to Oliver. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. That is in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Humphreys. So that'll run it to 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 2-1. That is inside ball 3. So again, a 3-ball situation here, nowhere to put the runner. As the bases are loaded, only 1 out here. So Watkin comes set. Here he comes. And that is hit high in the air to right field. He bear back, he bear back, he bear back, he bear back. And that is a grand slam. The second grand slam of the night for the Royals. And it's 16-0. So that is the 3rd home run of the game for the Royals and the 2nd grand slam. Bertrand with a grand slam in the 1st inning, as here he comes up now for the 3rd time in the ball game. That is in there for a strike. Bertrand 2 for 2 so far with a single, 2 runs scored, and of course had that grand slam. That is a base hit into right field with some authority. I was going to make a comment in the 1st inning as I was looking over these stats that the Royals came into this game in a very not usual Royals-y position, as they did not have a home run all season. The Royals typically every year one of the bigger home run teams. Well, I'm glad I didn't say that earlier because they've got 3 tonight. So here comes Esty, and that's in there for a strike. So Watkin gets ahead to Esty 0-1. Watkin set. That is fouled off at the plate, 0-2. Obviously in a 16-0 situation. Leggett not holding the runner on at first. Can't imagine he's going anywhere. Stranger things have happened, but I imagine the Royals will be playing station to station here with this kind of lead. So 0-2 now is the count to Esty. Watkins got the sign. He comes set. And that is laced into right center field, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. It's going to two-hop off the wall. Hebert up with it, gets it into the cutoff, and they're going to hold the runner at third. Again, playing very conservative. No surprise there from the Royals. So that is a double for Esty. And that'll put runners at second and third now with one out. And for the second consecutive inning, the Royals have batted around as Josh Dennis will represent the ninth hitter of the inning for them. And the first pitch to Dennis is outside for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Frazier, no sir, it is not. It is the top of the second inning. And it's 16-0 Royals. Still only one out here in the inning. And runners at second and third. And that is outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Willette. And that is in there for strike 2. And if you're the Royals hitters, you have to expect the strike zone's going to open up here a little bit. 16-0 ball game. 35 degrees at field level. That is fouled back. So that'll remain 2-2. So 2-2 here. 1 out. Runners at second and third. The Royals have already scored 5 in the inning, on top of the 11 they scored in the first. And that is hit. And that's a great play by Nick Leggett. That ball had down the line and 2 runs written all over it, and a great diving play by big number 44 over there. So that is L3. And the second out of the inning as Dennis lines out. And that'll bring Willette now to the plate. Jeff Watkin currently on the hill here for the Ironmen. Ironman's 4th pitcher of the game so far. Mike McKay chased in the first. Zach Goss came in relief, got out of the first inning, came out to warm up for the second. Felt something wasn't right. Coach Kevin Bowes came out, took him out. Jake Dignam came in and walked 4 consecutive batters before being replaced with Watkin, and here we are. 2 out and 2 on here in the top of the second inning. Here comes the 1-1. And that is lined into center field. Mike McKay a little bit to his right, and he makes the play. So that'll be out number 3. The Royals score 5 in the second. The big blow, a grand slam by Craig Oliver. And after 1.5 innings here at Ironman Field, it is Fredericton 16. And your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen, no score. So here we go to the bottom of the second inning for the Ironmen. So they're going to try to get something on the go here as they trail 16-0. It'll be Cook, Lester, Hebert, Wenzel are the scheduled hitters here. As McGregor comes back out after another long break. Worked around an error and a walk in the first inning. So that'll bring up Jake Cook here to lead off the bottom of the second inning. Cook 4 for 19 on the season so far, good for a 211. So here we go to the bottom of the second. The Ironmen here are going to try to chip away. That's in the dirt for ball one. Here comes the 1-0 from McGregor to Cook. And that is high for a ball. So 2-0. Again, like we said in the first, you can't get 16 runs back all at once. If you're the Ironman here, you got lots of time left. You got to chip away if you can. That's fouled back, so it'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. You might be sitting at home or wherever you're watching the game thinking 16-0. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, never say never in the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League. We've seen anything and anything on these streams. So here comes the 2-1. That's in the dirt, ball 3. I tell you, the issue here, McGregor having to sit for 2 long periods, and I tell you, it's no cooler in the dugout than it is out there on the mound. So he's got to refocus on the zone here. And that is hit to left field, and that is curling away from Munn, but he tracks it down and makes the play. So that'll be a fly out to left field for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up the Ironman import and shortstop, Dylan Lester. 2 for 9 so far since making his Ironman debut a few weeks ago. And that is a ball. Here comes the 1-0 from McGregor. That is fouled back. Mighty cut from Lester there. So 1-1's the count here. And that is down for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike is the count here. And that is a ball, 3-1. Yep. 3-1 here is the count. McGregor comes set. And that is line past the second baseman for a base hit. Lester's going to round first. Big turn, but he's going to stay at first. Oliver with a heck of a dive there, but unable to come up with it. So that's a base hit for Lester. here comes Hebert with a runner at first. Hebert 6 for 27 so far on the season, for good for 222. And that is outside for a ball. Bottom of the second here, 1 out. Dylan Lester over at first after a single. And that is hit high and deep to left field. Back at the track, at the wall. She's way out of here. Tyrell Hebert with an absolute bomb to left field. And the Ironmen are on the board. It's 16-2. The big fella got his pitch there. That one was over the wall with room to spare. And just like that, we have some life from the big red machine. So that'll bring up Adam Wenzel, the affiliated second baseman. 2 for 8 so far on the season with a couple RBIs for the Ironmen. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. That's in there for a strike. So the Ironmen with some life here in the second. That's way outside. That's in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. As McGregor has had a hard time finding the zone here in the second inning. So the Ironmen, a single by Lester and then a home run by Hebert. That is a grounder to third, to Hopper. And a nice little play over there. And that's going to be 5-3 for out number 2. So we'll see the first at bat for the catcher, Jaden Humphreys, as this is now the top of the order spot for the Ironmen. Humphreys, 1 for 7 on the season so far as a junior affiliate here with the big club. That's on the outside part of the plate for a strike. As McGregor gets ahead 0-1. And a swing and a miss there at a changeup. And McGregor up now here 0-2. That is fouled back. Look out. So the count remains 0-2 here. And that is high for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now is the count to Humphreys. Here comes the pitch. That's way outside. 2-2. Mike McKay in the on-deck circle. And that got him. So he worked it to 2-2 and then a hit by pitch. Hit by pitch number 22 of the season for the Ironmen. Somebody would be out there crying, getting them to check for magnets the way at the rate the Ironmen get hit with the baseball. But nonetheless, we have a runner at first here with 2 out. And that'll bring Mike McKay to the dish. McKay grounded out to third his first time. That's in there for a strike. As McGregor gets ahead 0-1. And that got McKay. Hit by pitch number 23. And that's 8 for McKay. And that's going to be 2 on. McKay had 11 last year, so he's already on record hit-by-pitch pace. We'll get a little ticker made up for that. First and second here with 2 out, and that brings Jeff Watkin, who I believe is now the pitcher, to the plate. Heat might be starting to get to me a little bit up here, folks. So 2 out and 2 on here in the bottom of the second inning. The Ironmen have scored 2 and looking for more. That is outside for ball 1. Watkin, his first time up, flew out to center field, but was awarded first base on catcher's interference, which you definitely don't see every day. So runners at first and second both reached via the hit by pitch. And that is on the inside corner for a strike. Watkin didn't like that one. Again, in a 16-2 ball game, you may have to consider the possibility of the strike zone being opened up just a little bit. And that is high for a ball. So 2-1 now is the count as Watkins ahead. We'll see if he's taking an old Ripperino here up 2-1. That is way outside, and that's going to move up the runners. Hoyt unable to come up with it. That was borderline. Could call that a wild pitch. Could call it a pass ball. I think I'm going to lean towards wild pitch on that one. We'll defer to the official scorers downstairs, but either way, the runners move up second and third, and it's a 3-1 count now to Watkin here with 2 out. And that's ball 4. So 2 hit by pitches and a walk, and the Ironmen all of a sudden have the bases loaded here for Nick Leggett. So a little quick visit here from the catcher, trying to settle things down here. It is the bottom of the second inning. 2 out, bases loaded for the Ironmen. Nick Leggett at the dish. That's the man you want up in this situation. And that is a hard hit ball to short. It's going to be a tough play, but they're going to make it. A 6-4, and they get out of it. The Ironmen do get 2 back on a 2-run home run by Tyrell Hebert. After 2 innings here at Ironman Field, it's the Fredericton Royals 16. Your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 2. Tonight's game is sponsored by O'Donoghue's. Summer has arrived and patio season is here. Enjoy a hot meal and a cold drink on our Water Street patio overlooking the beautiful Miramichi River. A great place to meet friends and family. Now open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Tuesday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. O'Donoghue's. Welcome to your pub. So we go to the top of the third inning now. The Royals clinging to a 16-2 lead. And the Royals will send Matt Munn to the plate here. Who's pitching for the Royals? Matt McGregor is on the hill for them currently. The number 7 hitter Munn has 1 for 1 with a walk, a single and a walk, and 2 runs scored. And the second pitch, pretty much the same place as the first one, but the count's 1-1. Draw from that what you will. So 1-1 now as Watkin has the sign from Humphreys. Here we go. That is on the outside corner for strike 2. That is a grounder to third. McKay knocks it down. Going to need a strong throw, and he's not going to get it in there. That's going to be E5 to start the inning. That ball took a bit of a hop up off the grass. Kind of handcuffed McKay a little bit. And he was unable to get the throw across the diamond in time. So that'll bring up Nick Hoyt now, who is 1 for 1 with a single, a walk, 2 runs scored. That is hit down the right field line into the seats, foul. So 0-1 is the count here to Hoyt. Nick Hoyt, more specifically. And that is sliced into right field. Hebert is back. Hebert is back. He jumps. He can't get it. That's over the 6'7" frame of Hebert all the way to the wall. And a throw back in, and that's going to be a double for Hoyt. His second hit of the game. And there's going to be runners at second and third now with nobody out here. So that'll bring up the other half of the Hoyt and Hoyt connection. Thomas Hoyt, the center fielder. No official at bat so far in the game. He's been walked twice, scored twice. Both times he's been brought home via the Grand Salame. One by Dan Bertrand and one by Craig Oliver. Here's the 1-0. That is lined to second. That's going to be a great play. Wenzel, I think maybe he dropped it. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't think he actually caught it. I think that was Wenzel's reaction was that I don't think he caught it. But Brian Cummings said he did. They had the runner doubled off at second. Wenzel made a dive, and the way he popped up and threw to first, I think he thought he didn't catch it, but base umpire Brian Cummings said he did, and they had the other runner, Hoyt, doubled off at second. Instead, Wenzel throws the ball into the dugout, and a run scores, and it's 17-2. We're back to the top of the order for O'Hara, who is batting for the fourth time. Is 1 for 3 with a double, a run scored, and has struck out twice. The only Royal to go down via the K in the game. Here's the 0-1. That is a fly ball into right field, and that is in no man's land. And Hebert calls him off and makes a basket catch for out number 2. So with 2 outs now in the top of the third, Second baseman Oliver is going to step in. He's 2 for 2, a couple of runs scored, a grand slam, a double, 6 RBIs so far. He had an RBI double in the first, had an RBI hit by pitch also in the first, and then had a grand slam in the second. Like many of the Royals, filling up the stat sheet here so far. 2 out, runner at second. That is slashed into right field, and Hebert is going to make that play, so that's going to end the inning. So the Royals do get 1, and that's all. Stranded runner at second. So after 2.5 here from beautiful Ironman Field on O'Donoghue's Thursday Night Baseball, it is the Fredericton Royals 17 and your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 2. Before the game, the Ironmen continued their partnerships with local minor baseball teams as the U11 minor Miramichi Valley minor baseball twins were on hand before the game, coached by Ironman Wall of Famer Matty Jenkins. They took some batting practice, or shagging balls and batting practice on the field with the guys, and participated on the first baseline for the national anthem. We want to thank Miramichi Valley Minor Baseball for coming out tonight with their team. Last week we had the 13 AAA team here. So the Royals off to a hot start here in this game as they're up 17-2. Something tells me that our Royals head coach, Derek Wilson, will be very happy with the fact that his team has busted out here for 17 runs. 3 big flies, 2 of them grand slams. 17 runs on 11 hits so far. The Royals have committed an error. The Ironmen have 2 runs on 2 hits, have committed 2 errors. All of the Ironmen production has come in the form of a 2-run home run by Tyrell Hebert. For the Ironmen here in the bottom of the third, it's going to be Tyler McKay, Jake Cook, Dylan Lester, and if it gets there, Tyrell Hebert. The Ironmen do have some action going down in the bullpen as it looks like the big lefty, Nick Leggett, getting warmed up down there. And I do see Jaden Humphreys down there with him, which to me would indicate Humphreys trying to get some familiarity that Leggett's probably going to be coming in the game here. After Watkins won 2 full innings of work. So leading off the bottom of the third here, Tyler McKay. McKay struck out looking his first time. And that's a ball. So McKay ahead here 1-0. And that's high for ball 2. So McKay ahead in the count here early 2-0. And that's in the dirt. 3-0. So McKay out to a 3-0 count here. That's in there for a strike. McKay taken all the way. So 3-1 is the count here, as the Ironmen try to get something going here in the bottom of the third. And that is on the outside part of the plate for a strike. That's going to run it full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the full count offering now. McGregor's got the sign. And here it comes. That is hit hard to third. 1 hop scoop over there by O'Hara. And a nice throw across to Dennis. And that's going to be a 5-3 for out number 1. Hard hit ball, but a 1 hopper right to the third baseman. So that'll bring up Jake Cook. 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field his first time. Hit a ball that was falling away from left fielder Matt Munn. Made a nice little play out there to run it down. Bats here with 1 out in the bottom of the third. And that's on the inside part of the plate for a strike. Don't think Cook liked that one. And that's in the dirt. Leggett has completed his warm-up session down in the bullpen, so we'll see if we're going to have a pitching change here for the top of the fourth. That's on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. And I think Cook, a little concerned here. Giving a little inside on the first one, a little outside on that one, and it's 1-2. And swing and a miss, strike 3 on the curveball. So Cook is down on strikes. Second strikeout of the game for McGregor. And that'll bring up Dylan Lester, the shortstop. Hit a hard ball back through the box for a base hit and then scored on a home run by Hebert. And that is high for a ball. 2 out here in the bottom of the third. And that is outside. That's on the outside part of the plate for strike 2-1. And that's a ball. A little down. So that'll run it to a 3-1 count. Here now, we'll see if Lester loads up here, 3-1 with 2 out. And that's high for ball 4. So that'll bring up Hebert, who was responsible for both Ironman runs so far. Had a 2-run home run just last inning in the second. So McGregor comes set now. That's back up the box. Oliver picks it up, flips it to second, and that's going to end the inning. So the Ironmen get none here in the bottom of the third. And as we go to the fourth, the Ironmen trail the Fredericton Royals 17-2. Tonight's stream is sponsored by O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. Our summer menu is out now. Try the new classic Reuben, a pub favorite, grilled to perfection. Corned beef shaved thin on marble rye with melted Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and a smidge of dressing. Serve with fries or salad and a dill pickle. Open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Tuesday to Saturday, and now open on Sundays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. O'Donoghue's, Welcome to your pub. Is the loading screen? So the Ironmen make a pitching change as Nick Leggett is now into the game. Leggett will be making his first appearance of the season. Last season, Leggett, an amazing 2022 campaign. Across 36 innings, he was 5-0 with a 1.94 ERA. Going to be making, again, his first appearance of the 2023 season as he tries to clean up a little bit of a mess here. Dan Bertrand's going to lead it off here. 2 singles and a home run for Bertrand so far. Has scored a couple of runs. And we have a bit of a delay here as I'm assuming Fredericton is playing Inky Pinky Ponky in the dugout to determine who's going to go coach first base, as that was what the holdup was. Can't make that stuff up, folks. So here we go. Top of the 4th. And that is a bounder to first. And new first baseman Jeff Watkin up with it in a hurry. And that's a 1-pitch, 1 out. 3 unassisted. Just what the doctor ordered. So that'll bring up Adam Eastie. Home run, then a double, a couple of runs scored, a walk, stolen base as well. And that's on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. That's a ball. A little high there. Two balls, 1 strike now is the count. And that's another ball, run at 3-1. The Royals, 17 runs on 11 hits so far through 3 innings. And an out here in the 4th. That is ball 4. That is the 8th walk. 9 if you include the 1 hit by pitch for the Royals tonight. And that's in there for a strike. So runner at first here with 1 out. 1 strike is the count. And that is outside. That's Leggett trying to shake off a bit of mound rust. Find the zone here. And that is popped up in the infield. And the first baseman Watkin makes the play for out number 2. So that'll bring up Willett, the DH. 0 for 2 in the game with a walk, a run scored, and an RBI. I'll have to double check. I believe he might be the only Royal without a hit. Untrue. Thomas Hoyt has a couple of walks. So there you go. Chance for to get off the schneid here and join the parade. as he fouls that one back to go 0-1. Liner to short, and that's going to do it as Lester makes the play. An economical inning there for Leggett as he works around a walk. No other harm. So after 3.5 here from Ironman Field, it is the Fredericton Royals 17 and your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 2. So here we go to the bottom of the fourth. Wenzel's going to lead it off. And it looks like Zach Newman has come out of the dugout to pinch hit for the catcher Humphreys, who currently occupies the leadoff spot for the Ironmen. Wenzel grounded out to third his first time. So Wenzel, looks like it'll be Newman and Mike McKay here in the fourth. As we step in here. And that is up for a ball. McGregor set. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. McGregor so far has allowed 2 runs on 2 hits. He also has 2 strikeouts. Couple of walks, couple of hit by pitch, 3 walks as a matter of fact, 2 hit by pitches as well. Again, the big blow was a 2-run home run he allowed to Tyrell Hebert. And that's up. That's going to run at 3-1. So here we go. 3-1 here to the leadoff hitter, Wenzel. And Wenzel walks. 4th walk of the game for McGregor. And that'll bring up Newman. Newman has 6 at-bats on the season, is 0 for 6. And that is into right field, and that's going to be a line out to right. Nice little running play there by Bertrand. So a line out to right for out number 1, and that'll bring up Mike McKay. McKay has grounded out to third and has been hit by a pitch. 0 for 1 officially. Have to assume if Humphreys has come out of the game that Watkins is going to be going back behind the plate. Maybe Tyler McKay makes an appearance behind the plate. Be interesting to see how the Ironmen maneuver things here in the top of the 5th. First pitch to McKay is outside for a ball. So Wenzel is at first after a walk. 1 out. And that is in there for a strike. And McKay shakes his head. Not a fan of that call. That's in the dirt for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. So McKay in the driver's seat here, 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that is up and away for another ball. Again, McGregor has been pretty wild most of the game. The Ironmen just have been unable to capitalize. When the Ironmen do hit the ball hard, it's on the ground right at one of the Royals fielders. That's in there for a strike, and that'll run it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Been a couple of nice plays in the infield by the Royals. Their outfielders have run everything down. Ironmen just not getting anything to fall. 3 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Wenzel's at first. And that is ball 4. So Wenzel will move up to second. That is McGregor's 5th walk of the ball game, and that'll bring up Watkin. Watkin reached on catcher's interference and walked. So he's 0 for 1 officially. And he bats here with 2 on and 1 out. And that's in the dirt for a ball. I'm feeling a little bit better. I've been pacing myself this game, drinking quite a bit better hydrated than I have been. So 2 on, 1 out here. 1-0's the count to Watkin. That is high for a ball, 2-0. If you're the Royals, this is not what you want to see. 17-2 ball game, and need your starter to throw strikes. He has walked 2 in this inning so far, 5 overall. That is inside for a ball, 3-0. And this is not the part of the order where you want to be serving up meatballs after you fall behind the count 3-0. So 3-0 is the count here to Watkin. Nick Leggett is on deck. And that is in there for a strike. Watkin taking all the way there on a 3-0. Three and 1, here's the count. And that is hit hard in the left field line. That is foul. Just foul. So here we go now. Full count to Watkin. 2 on, 1 out here in the 4th. That is fouled away, and we're going to do it again. Kidneys, is that any better, bud? Let me know. Everything looks good in OBS. Like, we have her all set up in the center and stuff. So I'm just going to assume it's a you problem. But, hey, maybe not. Anyway, yeah, we changed something there. So 3 and 2 remains the count. 1 out. And that is hit hard down the third baseline. Going to be a bit of a bobble, and he will eventually get the force out at third. So the third baseman, O'Hara, bobbled it, but unable to turn 2 out of it. So that's going to be a fielder's choice. 5 unassisted. So 2 out now in same situation. As that'll bring Leggett to the plate. Oh, he said it's good now. So Magic. These Elitecast media guys know what they're doing, boys. Fixing complaints at light speed. 2 out, 2 on here in the bottom of the fourth. That's inside for a ball. Funny. 1-0 is the count here to Leggett. And that is hit high and deep to left field. Back at the track, and it's off the wall. That's going to score a run. That's going to score 2 runs. So Nick Leggett with a 2-run double. His 17th and 18th RBIs of the season. And it's 17-4. So that'll bring up Tyler McKay, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to third. So 1-0 is the count to McKay as he takes a curveball low and away. Leggett out at second after the double, driving in those 2 runs. And that is 2-0. McKay in the driver's seat here. That's on the outside part of the plate for a strike. It'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. McKay's going to take a little pace around to collect his thoughts. Two and 1 is the count. And that got him. That ticked him on the way by. That is the 3rd hit by pitch of the game for McGregor, and that's going to bring Jake Cook to the dish. We got a little bit of everything happening here, folks. We got car alarms going off here out behind home plate. We got 2 runners on, 2 out here in the bottom of the fourth, 17-4 ball game. Jake Cook at the dish. Cook's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout. And that is hit high down the left field line. That's going to be a long run for everybody. I don't think anybody's going to get there. It falls in no man's land for a foul ball. So resetting here after a bit of a long run for the Royals outfielders. So 0-1's the count here to Cook. Again, runners at first and second, 2 out. That is in the dirt for a ball. Ironmen have scored 2 in this inning on a 2-run double by Nick Leggett. Again, his 17th and 18th runs batted in of the season, which currently paces the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League. And that's a ball. So 2-1 is the count now. So 2-1 to Cook here. Probably looking for a fastball. And that's down. 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, McGregor awful hard on himself here. Coming into the inning with a 15-run lead. Has walked 3, hit a couple. And that's back up the middle for a base hit. Leggett is going to round, and he's going to score, and that's going to make it 17-5. An RBI single. RBI single for Jake Cook. And it's 17-5. as Chatham continues to chip away. And that'll bring up Lester, who is 1 for 1 with a walk, a single, and has scored a run. He singled back in the second and scored on Tyrell Hebert's home run. Walked in the third, bats again here in the fourth. And a big hack there from Lester. Foul tips it back into the glove for strike one. Evens the count at 1-1. And that is a base hit back up the middle. And they're going to hold McKay at third. So second hit of the game for Lester. So second hit of the game for Lester. And that might be it for McGregor here, as Royals head coach Derek Wilson out to the mound. Saw his hat. Not sure where his hat went all of a sudden, but. And just a quick little pep talk for his starter, and away we go. We do have some activity in the Royals bullpen. I believe that's Isaac Edwards. Let me check my notes here. It is Isaac Edwards warming up down in the bullpen for the Royals. So this might be last kick at the can for McGregor here. Bases loaded and Hebert at the dish. And that's a curveball in there for a strike. Hebert has a 2-run home run so far in the game. Grounded out to second his last time. That's in the dirt. Bases loaded, 2 out here, 17-5 ball game. And that's in the dirt. 3 off-speed pitches from McGregor so far, and 1 in there for a strike, a couple down in the zone, and he bears ahead 2-1. And that's hit back up the middle. Going to be a tough play to first here, but oh no, he's safe at first. Again, that was going to be a tough play for Esty. Hebert gets down the line quickly for being 6'7", and he had to pull, or the Esty's throw pulled Dennis off the bag, so that's E6. And the score is a run. So E6 and unearned run scores. And the 10th Ironman of the inning is going to come to the plate as Wenzel, who's led off with a walk and scored, is at the dish. So bases are still loaded here with 2 outs. So again, an unearned run there on the E6. And that is outside for a ball. So 17-6 ball game now. Here comes the 2-0. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike's the count. Bases loaded, 2 out here. Bottom of the fourth. The Ironmen have plated 4 in the inning. And that is hit high and deep to left field. The center fielder moves over, and Hoyt makes the play. So the Ironmen score 4 in the inning and chip away at the Royals' lead. But much of the hill left to climb. 4 innings in the books here. It's the Fredericton Royals 17 and your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 6. We'd like to thank our sponsors of the stream, O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. Come on down and meet the new owners, Carol and Jamie McDonald, and try some pub favorites. Our famous crispy beer-battered haddock fish and chips is served with our signature house-made tartar sauce, lemon wedge, and slaw. Open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Tuesday to Saturday, and now open on Sundays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. O'Donoghue's, welcome to your pub. So we have some more changes for the Ironmen on defense. Jeff Watkin has moved from first to third. Tyler McKay has moved from third to behind the plate. And Logan Walsh has entered the game at first base, replacing Zach Newman, who replaced the catcher Jaden Humphreys. And Matt Munn is going to lead it off here for the Royals. He's 1 for 2, has scored 3 runs, has a single, a walk, reached on an error. 17-6 is the score. And that's in there for a strike. 1-1 is the count here. And that is golfed out to left field, and Cook's going to go for a long run. He's not going to get there. He is able to make a little, so he's able to pick it up on a hop and makes a little flip to the center fielder, Mike McKay, who gets it back in to hold Munn to a single. So that'll bring up the catcher, Nick Hoyt. Hoyt is 2 for 2 in the game. Single, a double, 2 runs scored, has a walk as well. That's popped out to play foul. That's outside for a ball. If you're looking for something to do on Saturday, the Big Red Machine will have St. John in town for a doubleheader starting at 2 p.m. May I recommend a stop at Maury's on the way, as the Miramichi SPCA will be there doing a fundraiser at Maury's Mini Golf and Ice Cream from 11 until 7. Stop by for a cone. Come on and enjoy the doubleheader. That's this Saturday. And that is a bounder to third. Watkins going to go to second for 1. On to first, Walsh can't pick it. So that'll be a fielder's choice. Munn is erased on the 6-4. And that'll bring up Thomas Hoyt. So 1 out on the play again. 5-4 on the put out at second. Watkin to Wenzel. Unable to convert the back half of the double play. And that is grounded to first. Walsh up with it. He's going to go to second for 1. Back to first, and he's unable to pick that one, and that one's actually going to go out of play. So back-to-back double play opportunities. That one actually results in the ball going out of play and the runner moving up to second. So it's going to be 3-6 on the fielder's choice. So 3-6 on the fielder's choice, and Hoyt reaches on the error and advances to second. And that's going to go back to the top of the order now for O'Hara. O'Hara in the game is 1 for 4, has doubled and scored, struck out twice, and flown out to center field. And that is a ball. So it's 17-6 here in the top of the 5th inning. The Royals trying to pad that lead. And that is into right field. And Hebert runs it down and makes the play. 2 scoreless innings from Nick Leggett as he keeps the Ironmen within reach. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. The home team needs 2 to keep it going and avoid the 10-run rule. It is the Fredericton Royals 17 and your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 6. Coming up for the Ironmen, it'll be Logan Walsh, Mike McKay, and Jeff Watkin. So as we go to the bottom of the fifth, the Royals have made a pitching change. Gone is starter Matt McGregor after 4 innings, allowing 6 runs on 5 hits with 6 walks and 3 hit by pitch. He gives way to Isaac Edwards, who will make his 4th appearance of the season. Has thrown 2 innings in his previous games, has given up 3 runs, 3 hits, a couple of Ks, and a walk. And he will face the theoretical top of the Ironman order here. Logan Walsh will make his first at bat of the game, followed by Mike McKay and Jeff Watkin. Again, the Ironmen need 2 to keep the game going here as we are in 10-run rule territory in the bottom of the 5th. And here we go. Logan Walsh is going to lead it off here in the bottom of the Ironman 5th. Again, he came in as a defensive replacement last inning at first base, hitting in the leadoff spot, and that is a ball. The leadoff spot now seeing its 5th Ironman of the game. It's been occupied by Zach Goss, Jake Dignam, Jaden Humphreys, Zach Newman, and now Logan Walsh. So Edwards comes set here, 1-0 count. And that is high for a ball, 2-0. And again, if you're Edwards, I'm sure the messaging from Derek Wilson, quite simple. Go out there and throw strikes. Try to get us back on the bus a little early. And that is down for a ball, 3-0. That's in there for a strike, 3-1. Walsh was taken all the way there. So 3-1. Edwards has a sign, come set, here it comes. And that's a big swing from Walsh right through it for strike 2. So full count here to Logan Walsh. Edwards is set. Here comes the 3-2. And that is slashed to right field, and that's going to be foul. As that's down into the Ironman bullpen. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Walsh goes down to start the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up Mike McKay. McKay is 0 for 1 in the game, has a ground out, has been hit by a pitch, and has walked and scored. So 0 for 1 officially on the record, but has reached base twice. Looks to do so again here. And that is a ball. So he's 2 times reaching base tonight. He has reached base 29 times this season so far already. This is the Ironman's 13th game. That is outside for a ball, 2-0. And that is inside for a ball, 3-0. I hope you're having a great Thursday wherever you're watching the game. And that hits McKay. And that one looked like it hurt. That is yet another hit by pitch. For McKay, again, his 2nd of the night, 9th of the season now. And again, he has now reached base safely this season 30 times. That'll bring up Jeff Watkin. 0 for 2 in the game. Reached on an error, hit into a fielder's choice, and walked. And that is outside for a ball. Again, the Ironmen need 2 here to keep the game alive. And move on to the 6th inning here tonight at Ironman. And that is inside for a ball, 2-0. Edwards coming into the game here, having a hard time finding the strike zone. So 2-0, Watkin in the driver's seat here. And that is in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Watkin, who has caught, pitched, played first and third in this game. Mike McKay, the runner over at first, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. That is in the dirt, so that'll run at 3-1. So 3-1 is the count here to Watkin. And that is foul. So after the foul ball, it's 3-2 now. So a full count here to the catcher Watkin. Full count, runner at first is McKay. Edwards in, Watkins set. And that is foul down the third baseline. Hard hit ball, but a little bit out in front of it. Pulls it foul. So we're in here for a full count again. And that is high ball 4. So a hit by pitch and a walk as Watkin works the 7-pitch walk. And that'll bring it into Leggett. Leggett has walked, grounded out to short, and his last time he had a 2-run double. RBIs 17 and 18 on the season. And that's in there for a strike. Another RBI situation here for the Ironman pitcher, who has thrown 2 shutout innings. And that is a base hit into right field. And McKay will hold at third on the hard hit single. So Leggett's second hit of the game. And the bases are going to be loaded now for Tyler McKay. So the bases are loaded here now with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th as Tyler McKay steps in. McKay's 0 for 2 and has been hit by a pitch and scored a run. That's outside for ball 1. He struck out looking in the first, grounded out to third in the third, and was hit by a pitch his last time up in the 4th. And that is ball 2. Edwards started off the inning with a strikeout of Logan Walsh, and then he hit a batter, has walked a batter, and has given up a single. That is inside for a ball, 3-0. So now Edwards with nowhere to put McKay. Again, this Ironman lineup will work you to death. And that is outside for ball 4. So that'll be an RBI. So that'll make it 17-7. And Jake Cook up here with 1 out. In the bottom of the 5th. Again, the Ironmen came into tonight with 39 free passes on the season, 21 hit by pitches. That's 60 free base runners, and they have another 11 total tonight between walks and hit by pitches. And that is inside for a ball. They're going to make you throw strikes, and right now Isaac Edwards unable to do that. He's walked 2 and hit 1 here in the inning, just walked in the 7th Ironman run of the game. That's in there for a strike. One and one is the count here. And that is hit hard into the stands. So 1-2 is the count here. So 1-2 is the count to Cook. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And he's swinging a miss, strike 3. That is a big out number 2 for Isaac Edwards. As he tries to finish out the Ironman here now with 2 out and a 10-run lead. But he's going to have to get through Dylan Lester, who's 2 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. Has not been retired yet this evening. So first pitch in there for a strike from Edwards to Lester. Oh, and that got him. And that's going to bring in the 8th run for the Ironmen. So another hit by pitch. And that'll bring up Hebert. So 17-8 now is the score, which means this game will continue past the 5th. And again, we said it earlier. The Ironmen would just have to chip away. They were down 17-2 after 3 innings. Nick Leggett has thrown 2 shutdown innings for them. They scored 2 in the 2nd, 4 in the 4th. They scored 2 so far here in the 5th. And Edwards now falling behind Hebert 2-0. We're a big blast away from this being a brand new ball game almost. And that is fouled right back here at home plate. So 2-1, here's the count. And that is popped out of play, foul. So 2-2 is the count. So 2-2, 2 out here. 2-2, 2 out, bases loaded to Hebert. Edwards has a sign, he comes set. And swing and a miss, strike 3. But the Ironmen do enough to keep it going as they score 2 in the inning. So we will have more baseball here on this Thursday night as we go to the top of the 6th inning. It is the Fredericton Royals 17 and your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 8. Tonight's game is sponsored by O'Donoghue's. Summer has arrived and the patio season is here. Enjoy a hot meal and cold drink on our Water Street patio overlooking the beautiful Miramichi River. A great place to meet friends and family. Open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Tuesday to Saturday. Now open on Sundays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. O'Donoghue's, welcome to your pub. So we go to the top of the sixth inning now. As the game continues on here, the Royals hanging on to a 17-8 lead. Oliver Bertrand Esty. See if I can read my chicken scratch here. Oliver is 2 for 3, has an RBI double, a hit by pitch RBI, and a grand slam, and flew out to right his last time. Leggett out here for his third inning of work now. That's a grounder to short. And a nice play by Dylan Lester. So that's a 6-3 to start the inning here. Leggett has been a breath of fresh air. He inherited a 17-2 deficit. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here as Jack Ryan is into the game. 0 for 5 on the season. Does have 3 walks. Big swing there for strike one as that evens the count. Leggett so far has scattered. The only hit he's allowed is a double. Oh, no, he's allowed a double and a single so far. He's been out there pumping strikes. Nice to see the big lefty on the hill here. And that's outside. Run the count 2-2. I'll tell you, a gutsy effort to come into a game here down 15 runs with it being 35 degrees out and keeping his team in the ball game. And the Ironmen have started to chip away. And that's in there for strike 3. So that's 2 out, and that'll bring up Adam Esty. Esty has walked twice, has a homer and a double. So 2 for 2, 2 runs scored. Here's the first pitch from Leggett, and that is hit into center field. Mike McKay over towards it, and that's going to be another 3 gutsy innings of relief for the big lefty Nick Leggett as he is not allowed to run. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 17-8 Royals. Coming up for the Ironmen, Wenzel, Walsh, McKay. So the Royals have once again dipped into their bullpen, and the designated hitter, Corey Willett, is going to come into the game here. He has made appearance this year through an inning. Couple of strikeouts, couple of walks, didn't allow a run. And he will face Wenzel. And then the top of the Ironman order, which is again occupied by Logan Walsh at the moment. And Mike McKay as the Ironman again down 17-9 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Trying to chip away here. So here we go. And that is a ball. That's in there for strike 1-1. And that's inside. So Wenzel finds himself ahead here. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that is outside for a ball. And that'll run at 3-1. That is a grounder through the short third hole. That's going to be a base hit. So a base hit for Wenzel to start the sixth here. And once again, the Ironmen have life as we turn it back over to the top of the order. It's Logan Walsh, who has had 1 at-bat in the game so far and struck out. So Willett comes set here to Walsh. That's a curveball in the dirt. Wenzel not going anywhere. It's been a long, hot night so far. Lots of twists and turns yet to possibly come here. 17-8 is the score. That's in the dirt. We have 25 runs in the game, only 19 hits, 5 errors. We're pushing 15 free base runners with walks and hit by pitch between the two teams. 2-0 is the count here to Walsh. And that ball is hit high and deep to left field, at the track, at the wall. It's off the wall. They're going to hold the runner at third. That is a double for Logan Walsh, and all of a sudden the Ironmen are in business. With second and third here, nobody out. And we're into the McKay, Watkin, Leggett, McKay part of the order. So here's Mike McKay. Second and third here with nobody out. That is outside for a ball. McKay in the game is 0 for 1 with a ground out, but has been hit by a pitch twice and has walked and scored 2 runs. And that is down for a ball. 2-0. And that's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's inside. Almost hit him again. Mike McKay, human baseball magnet. But it's a 3-1 count here. So again, 3-1. First base is open here. And he'll get it. So that's going to load him up for Jeff Watkin. So here's Watkin, who will bat now. Base is loaded. Watkin over 2, but has reached twice via the free pass. And that ball gets away. But not far enough behind Hoyt to risk sending the runner. Again, you're down 9. Not in the business of making unnecessary outs here, especially with Watkin, Leggett, and McKay. The next hitters due up. So 1-0 is the count to Watkin. And that is inside for a ball, 2-0. Watkin has also reached in the game via catcher's interference back in the first. Again, a couple of walks in there as well. He's up here in the count, 2-0. And that ball is hit hard. That's a broken bat grounder to short. And he's going to boot it. Adam Esty looked like he was trying to get ready for the quick flip to second, which would have been a tough play anyway with McKay, the runner. Instead, he boots it to his right, and it's going to be E6. They actually might give Watkin a base hit there. We will see. Let's see. Waiting for the official score there. Again, I think that might have been a tough play either way, a little broken bat dribbler. But here's the situation now. You've got Nick Leggett at the dish. Bases are still loaded, and there's still nobody out here in the inning. And all of a sudden, it's 17-9. And that's outside for ball 1. And now all of a sudden, the Royals taking issues with the strike zone here. And that's in there for a strike, leaving the count at 1-1. Looks like they gave Watkin a hit, so that'll be an infield single and an RBI for Watkin on that play. And that is fouled back here. So that'll run at 1-2 now. Leggett in the game so far has a double and a single. Couple RBIs on the tally as well. And that is fouled away there. Curveball, he stays alive. Here comes the 1-2 again. And that is hit in the left field line, foul. So 1-2 remains the count here after Leggett spoils a couple. And that is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So a big first out of the inning there for Willett. So that'll be 1 out now. So 1 out. Bases remain loaded here for Tyler McKay. McKay's 0 for 2 in the game, has struck out and grounded out to third, but has also been hit by a pitch and had a bases-loaded RBI walk his last time. And that is in there for a strike. The Ironmen have had some chances here in the last few innings. I mean, they've put up some crooked numbers, but they've left several on the pass. They've had the bases loaded here this inning, last inning as well. 17-9 is the current score. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that is in the dirt for a ball. Logan Walsh is at third. Mike McKay's at second. Jeff Watkins at first. And that is a grounder to short. That's going to be tough to turn 2 on it, but they're going to try 4-6-3 or 6-4-3, and that's a double play. And the Ironmen will strand them loaded. So Willett able to battle back after a run And having the bases loaded, gets out of it with a 6-4-3 double play. So we're going to go to the 7th here at Ironman Field. It is the Fredericton Royals 17 and your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 9. Tonight's stream is sponsored by O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. Our summer menu is out now. Try the classic Reuben, a pub favorite grilled to perfection. Corned beef shaved thin on marble rye with melted Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and just a smidge of dressing. Served with fries or salad and a dill pickle. Open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Tuesday to Saturday, and now open on Sundays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. O'Donoghue's, welcome to your pub. So here we go, top of the 7th inning now for the Royals. Josh Dennis is going to lead it off here, the first baseman. As Leggett is back out here for his 4th inning of work. 3 zeros on the board behind him. And that is just down for a ball. That's in there for a strike to even the count at 1-1. The Royals screamed out to an early lead with 11 runs in the top of the first inning. A lead they have held on to ever since. They've led 14-2. They've led 16-2. And the lead's been as much as 17-2. And that's going to swirl around down the line and fall foul. That's outside, so that'll run it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a full count here to Dennis. And that is ball 4. So a free pass as Leggett allows the first runner to score. You have to wonder here, Leggett's first appearance of the season, maybe with the way the heat is out there, possibly running into a bit of fatigue. But he has been very impressive across his 3 innings of work so far. He's only allowed a couple hits, a couple walks, and no runs. Recapturing some of that form that we saw time and time again here last year. So we'll let the pitcher now fouls that one off, so it's 0-1. That's slashed into center field. And McKay gets there and does not make the play, but they're going to force the runner out at second. So McKay tried to make a sliding play out in center field, was unable to make the catch, but was able to stop the ball, and they easily double off Dennis at second base. So that is actually a fielder's choice. I think that's how that's scored, actually. That's outside for ball one. So 1 out here in the inning. And that is just outside, ball two. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2-1 here is the count. And that's in there for strike 2. We'll see if Munn's just visiting or if he's going to try to unload on one here, 2-2. And he pops that up into center. McKay on the run, and he's underneath it, and he makes the play. So an F8 for out number 2. So that'll bring Nick Hoyt to the plate here for the 5th time in the ball game. He has a double and a single. Is 2 for 3 officially with a walk on his register as well. A couple of runs scored. And there's a big swing and a miss for strike 1. Liner to short, and a great play. Dylan Lester with a nice play at short. So that's 4 shutout innings of relief for Nick Leggett. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance here for the boys in red. And they've got a tall task ahead of them as they trail the Fredericton Royals 17-9. So we go to the bottom of the Ironman 7th here. Jake Cook's going to lead it off. Willette back out here for his 2nd inning of work. Cook is 1 for 4 in the ball game with an RBI single, has struck out twice. Willette came in the 6th, allowed a run, but was able to induce a bases-loaded double play to limit the damage. Lester, Hebert, and Wenzel, the next scheduled hitters here for the Ironmen. Here comes the 1-0. That is bounded in front of the plate. And it looks like he's called Cook out for intentionally interfering with the baseball. Now, I will say that's awful hard to see from up here. It was a ball out in front of the plate, and I don't know, it looked like maybe Cook was trying to dance out of the way a bit, but he is called out by home plate umpire Miles Brito for interference. So that is 1 out. And that is a base hit into right field by Dylan Lester. So that is the 5th time Lester's been on base in the game. He has 3 singles now and has a walk and a hit by pitch as well. So that brings up Tyrell Bear, who is 1 for 4 with a 2-run home run. Again, station to station if they're the Ironmen here, down 8 runs and 1 out. That's in the dirt. Lester thinks about it. Hoyt with a nice block there, able to come up with it quickly. So 1-0 is the count now to Hebert. Hit a towering home run here back in the 2nd inning. Not holding on the runner at first. And that's in the dirt, 2-0. Interesting to see if now that they're not holding him on, if Lester tries to take second here to get out of the double play. Doesn't show any sign of going over there. So 2-0 is the count here to Hebert. And that ball is hit high and deep to left field. But that's going to be still in the park, and the center fielder Hoyt comes down with it. And that's out number 2. So that'll bring up Adam Wenzel, who's 1 for 3 with a walk, single, 2 runs scored. And the red team down to their last out here, and that's in there for a strike. 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Ironman down 17-9. Need some base hits here to keep the life alive. And that is high and deep. That is out towards right field, and that'll be caught, and that's going to be the ball game. As this long one comes to an end, the 11 runs the Royals scored in the top of the first hold up. And the final score here tonight is going to be the Fredericton Royals 17 and your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 9. We would like to thank our sponsor for the stream tonight, O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. Go down and check them out. 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Tuesday to Saturday. Now open 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. We'd also like to thank our broadcast crew, Elitecast Media, for bringing you the sights and sounds of tonight's ballgame. The final score on this beautiful Thursday night from Ironman Field here on the lovely Miramichi River. The Fredericton Royals 17 and your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 9.